Welcome back to my shop. I've been away because I'm continuing to have medical issues, and as I told you last time, I sold my 10-inch Excelsior lathe, but not before I finished the last project. My new lathe is bigger and better, more expensive also. The new lathe is a Laguna Revo 1836, and it's so much larger than the Excelsior. A lot to get familiar with, so I've been working on getting everything set up to start new projects. After the purchase of the new lathe, I had to get it out of my minivan and set up in the shop. At Rockler, it took 2 strong men and a forklift to get it into the car. Then, after getting home, I had to hire a man to help get it out and set up in the shop. After it was put together, the first thing was to start making the tool rest. Then making a shelf to go under the lathe that rested on the frame. I'll also show you how to make a press to glue up boards for a bowl from a board. It's a copy of the smaller one that I had made previously. Well, I'm not quite ready to start a project. I've got my new lathe, and what I did first was to make the tool rest. They came with a small metal tool rest that held about 7 tools. I needed something a little bigger, put a little edge on it so that if I did set something small down there, it wouldn't roll off. Then I decided I need a shelf under there. I'm hoping we can get this in there. So I built a shelf unit. It's 16 inches deep and about 42 inches long, and it rests on the, well, I don't know if you can see in there, it rests on the frame of the lathe. And what I've done is to build it all up so that I can actually take it off. If I remove 2 screws on the bottom, the whole shelving unit lifts off. So then I've got, oh, I can't get back there. I've got a magnetic electrical plug, which I can always mount on the wooden frame. And I've got some small LED lights that I can use when I'm working on any projects at all. Well, before, oh, here's the other thing. The pieces I need for my a little shelf there to put on the bed of the lathe so that I can catch all the crap that falls off when I'm doing staining and finishing. And then I've made my unit that goes behind, this goes behind the board in a bowl so that I can catch that. It's adjustable, both sides. I've got the back here little tray that I can use to put underneath the work when it's being stained. I also have another one here that I can use for just about anything. Even staining. The other one has the sides on it, so that if I'm working, I can put stuff down and whatever I have isn't going to roll off. And you see they're brand new. I haven't used anything yet. Now my next project is going to be my clamping system, my vise. I have a lot of vices, but this one that's going to be used for larger. The width of this is only 9.5 inches. Now my lathe, as you know, is a 18-inch. So what I'm going to do is, using the new parts, the same as the old parts, only I'm going to make a larger vise clamping system. And I don't know if you can see that. It's Lee Valley Tools. And they'll sell you the vise part and the handle. The handle is like an extra $10. And you can build your own. Since scrap wood is a woodworker's best friend, and the only scrap I had was 16.5 inches wide this way, I guess that's the size I'm going to make it. I don't want to buy a whole 4x8 sheet of plywood just to make a press. So I'm going to cut it at the 16 3/4. That's what I'm going to cut it at. Okay, going by this, I need a base plate to start with, and that's our 16x16 for this. Then I need a top plate here, and that's what that 16x7 inch will work right here. And then we're going to need to put a board to push down with. And I've got a scrap piece of plywood here. And then my vertical posts I'll be making out of these. They're 1.5 by 1.25 by 1.5. So those will be my vertical pieces. It's going to be a hair shorter because when I do put this all the way down, I end up with space under there, so I want to make sure it goes completely down. So I'll be cutting this just squared up here for my presser board. These two pieces are cut to size. I'm going to notch my vertical pieces so that the bottom piece and the top piece fit in. Notch them out. This way it gives it extra strength. And I've got some 3/4 inch board that I'll put underneath, so when the pressure is down on that, it won't tend to bend. Okay, so those are the side pieces, and we're notched so that each end is going to fit into the 3/4 inch board here. So I've got the 4 pieces notched. That'll fit in there, similar to this here. You can see there's a notch here in the vertical. That's what we're doing. This will be the cross piece, fit in there like that. And then the bottom piece here. That'll all be put together to make the new, like that. Today's the unveiling. We're going to take the clamps off. We got all this glued up. And I'll put my new clamping mechanism together here. We put the handle on, just 2 screws to hold the handle in place. Fits right in there. We've got our plate here to a pressure plate so that we can push down on whatever materials we're going to put in there. We have the Papa Bear now, and we have the Mama Bear. Same identical design, and one's going to be able to, my new lathe here, I'll be able to make bigger pieces. I'll be able to clamp bigger pieces in there. Whereas this one here, 9.5 inches with total. This is, I think, 15 inches, give or take a few. And that's our newest project. Just to show you how this is put together. Same as this one here, but on a larger scale. This piece comes in and out. We can put a big piece of, a big bowl in here. What I'm putting on the bottom is to put strips, 3/4 inch strips to match up the height of the legs. This is so that when you're putting pressure on the top side, you can have a stable base. I've put strips along here, and I've put screws in there to hold this. It's glued and screwed. These side pieces are glued. There's no screws in them at all. And then all the pressure comes up when you're pushing down with the screw onto the base. All the pressure goes up so that the pressure is going onto this cross bracing, which is very secure, very solid. Easy to work. We have notches on either side where the plywood, it's a 3/4 inch plywood, fits into your stabilizing vertical pieces so that all the pressure is within that parameter here.
I also made a dust collector stand with wheels so I can maneuver it behind the lathe. One of my sons wants to see me continuously busy, so for Father's Day he's given me projects to complete. In the past few years he's given me knife kits to assemble and finish. Now, since I've been working with the lathe, he's given me a beginner's pen kit. I guess I'll be making a few pens. Hope you enjoyed this video and it has been helpful in some way. Thank you for watching, and please tell your friends. Leave a comment if you'd like. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.